Hi, welcome back to EMC, Evelyn's music class. I'm so glad that you guys are here watching. We're going to go some more in depth about the violin today. So we're going to learn about like parts of a bow because I forgot to include that in our last lesson. What this is, it is a bow. So usually it's made of wood, so they'll have a stick of wood, and then on the other side there'll be like horse hair, and it'll be like pulled straight from here to here, and then you have a little thing you can turn, and when you turn it towards you, you tighten the bow, and then what that means is you pull the bow hair even tighter, which makes the hair go from like loose because it's like hanging on like this, so it'll be like this, right? And then when you tighten it, it'll go like this, and it'll become like parallel. So usually when you have a bow, you don't want it to be parallel, but you want it to slightly be in. So it'll be like still a little bit loose. It'll be like that. It'll be. So now we're gonna learn like the parts of the bow. So this is called the tip, and this is called the frog. So like ribbit, frog, like that's what I thought. I don't really know why it's called a frog. This would be a tip, right? So when you go from the tip to the frog, so this is the violin, when you go from tip to the frog, that's called up bow. And then when you go from frog to the tip, it's like this, it's called a down bow. So you go up bow and down bow. You look at a piece of music and you want to know like what is up bow, what is down bow, because like composers, like they write notes to the players, so the music is however they want it to sound, because a bow is more light at the tip and more heavy at the frog. So more talented players, they can control the bow even better, so it's easier for them to play like more dynamics, which is like how loud or soft you want it to sound. When you look on a piece of music, it'll be a V and a little hat. And then so an example of this is if you see like it'll be 5 lines. Okay, this is what music would look like, and you have a note. Okay, so with this note you're gonna be like, okay, so where do I start in the bow? Because I can start from anywhere. Like I could start from the tip, or I can start from the frog, or I can start from the middle. Like where do I start? And if it goes like this, you'll be like, oh, okay, so I know it has to go up bow. And the same with down bow. Now, it is time for our quiz. So I will be quizzing you guys on your memory from your last video. If you are a new watcher, please go to the last video to review the stuff that I talked about. I'm going to lay out my violin and my bow in front of me, and I'm going to ask you guys to point to whatever object it is. I'll point to it afterwards, so it'll be like Dora the Explorer. The first thing we're going to look at is, where would the bridge be? I actually don't know if I said this in my last video, so just try your best to guess and I'll point to it afterwards. Is this the bridge? Is this the bridge? Is this the bridge? Yes. So basically a bridge is what the strings go over. So you have strings going from up here to down here. And in order to lift them off of the violin, you're gonna need a little bridge up here. It's like shaped like a little U, and then the strings go over it. Next, where is the scroll? Is it this? This? That's the chin rest. I don't know if I told you guys about it. Here, I'll draw it on for you guys right now. And then your chin rests on it when you hold the violin. So that is the really top of the violin, the scroll, and it basically holds the strings at the top. And then there are pegs on there you can use to tighten and loosen the strings in order to be more sharp or flat. So now we're going to go to the bow. Where is the tip? Over here? Is it over here? Yeah, that's it. So the tip is at the tip of the bow, and the bottom of the bow is called the frog. Okay, that is it for today. This week's video was kind of short because I planned on doing music theory and more violin terminology, but then I realized mixing those two together would be very confusing, so I decided to split them into 2 different lessons. Today's video was more informational, and next time will be more educational. I will be teaching music theory because it will be important to learn and know the terminologies in order to actually get into music, so I will be teaching that starting next week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Hi, we're your IFA co-founders. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Miriam.
And thank you so much for watching our videos.
You guys can learn more about our cause down below at our website, www.inspirationfinearts.org.
And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We couldn't be where we are without the support of you guys, so make sure to send in videos of the things that you've learned during classes and pictures of the art that you completed.
Everything you send in will be featured on all our social media platforms.
Thanks for supporting us, and until next time,
Go find your inspiration!